Hey everyone, I'm Antonia.
And I'm Tyler.
And we're TNA, and we are about to be doing a Q&A.
By the way, there has been zero preparation for this. I don't know any of these questions, so this is going to be interesting. She knows them. Some of them, I don't know any.
We got this. The first question is, did either of you do any singing lessons to help develop your voices? I did one once, but no. We just sing every day.
No, yeah.
And just practicing is...
I had an amazing music teacher, well, choir teacher I should say, Mr. Rings. I did show choir with him, but that was only through middle school, so 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. But other than that, no formal coaching in any way, shape, or form, just standing on stage yelling, hope I'm in pitch.
Yeah, and we sing pretty much every day, so we're just practicing constantly.
Yeah, if you can open your mouth, you can practice singing. There's really not an excuse to need a teacher.
What's somewhere exotic you'd like to visit together?
Oh God, it's a given. She wants to go to the Maldives, and if you've ever seen the Maldives, just look.
Yeah.
Maldives.
Yeah.
You won't regret it.
In that place, was it Egypt or Peru that you wanted to go to?
Göbekli Tepe or Pumapunku?
Both.
She's like, wait, other languages? Oh shit, culture?
Both of them. I'll go everywhere.
Yeah, Pumapunku. I'm a huge alien fan. So there's this place that exists 12,000 feet above the natural tree line, and it's called Pumapunku, and there are these huge H blocks that look like giant Lego pieces that somehow formed, and by the way, they're made out of diorite and granite, which is some of the firmest stone in the world. Can't cut it with anything shy of a diamond chisel saw, so it's pretty serious business, but I want to go there because it's amazing, and you can't explain what happened there without some sort of crazy accusations.
now I'm more excited about it because you showed me the episode and you read me the book about it.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
So now I know.
Yeah.
And now I want to go.
Pumapunku, Maldives.
What's your favorite song as a couple?
There's too many of those because but the one we sing together the most is called Mothership Hive Mind by one of my favorite bands of all time called The Spill Canvas. Mm-hmm. If you've never had the chance to listen to them, Nick Thomas is absolutely phenomenal. The man is one of the best singer-songwriters I've ever heard in my life, and he is breathtakingly beautiful. With his presentation of lyric to song, it's just amazing. But there's a bunch of other ones too.
We listen to everything.
Yes, we listen to Jack Garrett. We just recently saw the movie A Star Is Born. There's a song in that movie called Shallow. It's so good. We're musicians. Like, this is, just to pick a favorite is almost blasphemous.
Yeah. And we like
different things,
most
different
genres.
days.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Sometimes I wake up in the mood for Dennis Lloyd and I want to hear him drop the F-bomb every other line. And sometimes I wake up in the mood for Ludacris and I want to hear him talk about big butts and boobs.
And drop the F. That would be a good collab, actually.
Oh God, Dennis Lloyd and Ludacris. We'll have to do a mashup.
When did you start singing and why do you love singing? Both of you guys' voices are just beautiful. Thank you very much.
It's so hard to answer that question because, I mean, like, think about it. Like, is when I could talk?
Yeah.
I guess is the formal answer. I've been formally singing in a band setting, I guess, since I was 16, but in a choir setting since I was 9.
Yeah, same. And then when I was in choir, and like I think I started in 3rd grade, I didn't even know I wanted to be a singer.
Right.
So I didn't
you
think
just don't
of
know.
it.
You just don't know at all. Yeah, there's no way to tell. You know? I mean, everybody likes to sing at some point or another, and you know, some maybe just in the shower, and maybe that's for the best. But but certain circumstances provide, you know, the ability to just sing for fun, and that's what I always did when I was a kid. I listened to the radio and annoyed my parents because I sang at the top of my lungs every word to any song. Didn't matter the genre, the radio station.
Same.
I just loved to sing.
Same.
Yeah.
But 2008 is when I started taking it seriously because I knew I wanted to do it. And I realized that's what I wanted to do. That
when you
was
started taking it seriously.
Yeah. Why do you love singing?
Singing's visceral. It's both relinquishing air and expression. And it's just one of those things that you can't really get the same outcome or release any other way. I guess that's why I love it. I shouldn't say I guess because I love singing because it makes me feel good. That's really the honest answer.
Yeah, and you could do so much with it.
Yeah, and you connect to it in certain ways, and every note has a subtle nuance, and every, you know, strum, and it's why do you love something that you just innately love? How do you answer that question? You
And
know?
it's therapy.
Yeah, absolutely.
It just makes us happy.
I don't know if I can say there's a particular thing.
Yeah,
You know,
it's hard.
all of it. I love it all.
What song haven't you covered yet that you would like to? Ho Hey by
Lumineers?
Lumineers. Yeah, I love that song.
It's a really good song. Probably Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake. I've been trying to do that song since I was 20 years old, and none of my friends liked it.
I love Justin Timberlake.
It was too soft.
Oh
it was too this, it was too that. Nobody wanted to cover it.
It's JT.
Exactly. So we're gonna have to do that.
How did you guys meet?
We met through an undisclosed dating application that starts with a T and ends with an Inder. Who could say?
Who could say what
it was just
that
a luck
is?
of the draw. It was really crazy because I went on a spontaneous vacation with my family, my stepmom and my brother. I've never been to Las Vegas before, but that was where she was living. And it was crazy because the very first day of my trip there, I realized that the entire left side of my throat was swollen shut. So I had no ability to talk to anyone. I felt super uncomfortable, could barely sleep, but I was there for 7 days and I was trying to have the best trip I could. So I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna make the most of this. And yeah, we ended up going out and seeing Red Rocks and doing all this beautiful stuff with my family. And then the day before I left, I opened Tinder and I had a message from somebody. She was the one catcalling me. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah.
We matched, that happens, but it doesn't mean that I have something to say to you. So,
Yep.
you know, and then you said something to me, you caught my attention, and then we just had great conversation.
Yeah.
And that's the, I guess, long-winded version of how we met.
And now we're here making a YouTube video for our YouTube channel.
Yeah. And there you go.
Who would have known?
Who would
have known when I spoke the road?
You don't know this, but every single day, at least once in a day, I hear this, who would have thought that when I swiped right.
Because I didn't. I really didn't.
Single, minuscule, minute thing.
I wouldn't have guessed.
I'm cooking breakfast, and she's just standing there looking at me. I look over at her, she's like smirking, and she's like, "Who would have known when I swiped right? I'd be standing in your kitchen, watching you flip this omelet that you're cooking for me." You know?
Yeah, every day I'm surprised. I'm like, whoa, really? This is happening right now? We got really lucky.
Yeah.
Because it all aligned.
Yeah.
And just worked
The
out.
timing
for us.
was insane.
Yeah.
The timing
It was your
insane.
last day, and it was like really like I think you were leaving that next day.
And what's crazy too is that I only, and you didn't know this, actually I don't even think I've ever told you this, but that was the only day I opened the Tinder app besides when I swiped, so I opened it twice.
Yeah.
I opened it one time on the first night because I was just like, I think that something had happened and I was just chilling and I was bored.
Yeah.
And we had time to kill, and I like swiped a few times, and then I ended up checking it, like I said, the day before, and I was in the elevator. I remember where I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, you know? I guess it wasn't like, it's almost a year ago now.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy.
I had just joined it, and yeah, it was really late.
It was, the circumstances surrounding our coming together is very whimsical in
Yeah.
nature.
What are your favorite things about each other?
You...
Oh, I can go on, but this video is gonna be long. Where do I start?
Well, you gotta go first because you're firing up.
I love your enthusiasm. You're
When I have it.
Yeah, no, but when you have it, it's like you're the most enthusiastic person I've ever met. And you're really passionate, and those two things together, combined with creativity, determination, whenever you want to do something, you get it done, or you challenge yourself all the time to do it, and you make sure you get it done. You're funny, you're smart, and you're thoughtful. But those are my favorite things.
So, I want to get stuff done, and I get stuff done, and I got stuff done, and I had done. Got it done.
Done. Been to vast. Yeah.
Done. Been to
Basically.
vast. Is that it? Just kidding.
Oh my
I stopped you and I was like,
Did I
"Well, is that
mention your sarcasm?
That's always there. It's never fleeting.
Yeah, that goes with the humor.
Okay. Oh, what are the things that I like about this woman here? Well, she has the most breathtaking smile. Don't know if you guys have noticed. She has the most adorable hands and feet. These are two very, very strange things that I, for some reason, have this like. It's a strange
passion.
No, I wouldn't say passion. It's just like one of those things that I'm always drawn to like that. I don't know why. It's hands and feet.
I mean, they do a lot.
Yeah, look at those things. Look at these mitts.
Look at my
Look how delicate, how well kept your fingers are. To be completely honest, and this probably isn't a question, I'm not a fan of tattoos, but I love all of her work, and her hands are absolutely beautiful.
Thanks.
Oh goodness, so many things. I mean, your enthusiasm, your ability to lift people up, to inspire people, mainly myself, is why, you know, I would be so attracted to you. All of the things that you do with your platform are incredibly humbling and incredibly honest and open, and I think your ability to let yourself be vulnerable in the hands of the keyboard warriors is one of the biggest things that I not only admire about you, but envy about you. Because if there's one thing that I don't like, it's people who have no knowledge, just spewing hate, especially on great people, you know, here to make a difference and an impact. So seeing the opposite of that, the antithesis of that in so many ways, was an incredibly humbling and awakening experience for me. And it's just, honestly, I just keep thanking myself that I get to, for lack of a better way of putting it, enjoy it. Yeah, I like you a lot.
Oh, I like you too. Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
I'd give everyone love advice since you guys are so perf.
There's no such thing as love advice. There's only love.
Yeah.
So if you feel as though you don't have the ability to do so, well then you have to go inward to figure that out. I've done it time and time again in my life, and if you don't understand that your value is more important than your value alongside someone else, then you are lost, and you won't be able to find love. So my advice, I guess, she would be the one to tell you, but my very haphazard advice would be to understand that it is far more important to be in tune with yourself than it is to be with anyone else. And if you're in tune with yourself, everything else will fall in place, and nothing will be overlooked, so to speak. You'll feel all of the love, you'll feel all of the passion, you'll feel all of the enthusiasm. And I'm still in the process of figuring all that out myself, so, you know, and so are you.
Yeah,
you know?
I know, yeah.
So, Tatiana, we're not perfect. Not by any means, and we have hard days, and, you know, but it's understanding that you need the gravity and the weight of those hard days in order to really appreciate those moments in the light. And that is something that I'm learning more and more every day, especially with her. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, thank you, Tatiana, though. We really appreciate it, and she's amazing. We did a photo shoot with her,
she's
and actually, a few of we should put some of those up on Instagram. We need to get some Tatiana photos up there. But yeah, thanks, Tatiana.
And I would just say, not just with love, but just with anybody, what I always say is just treat others how you want to be treated. Simple. Doesn't even really need an explanation. If you wouldn't want something done to you, don't do it to other people. So that helps.
I.e. keyboard warriors. If you would not like for me or her to come on your page and spew hate, then you probably shouldn't do that to us.
Yeah.
And it's not to make ourselves victims by any means, because we're just amidst the sea of treachery.
Yeah.
But the problem, I think, inevitably, is going to become whether or not you are able to see past all of the bullshit. You know, computers, science, technology, all this stuff that weighs us down is literally there just as a distraction. The only real thing in life is love. And if you understand that, you're off to a great start.
Yep. What is your favorite song?
Here we go again.
I know, it's hard.
Because then you go with like the favorite song right now or favorite song of all time. It always changes. My favorite song right now is probably going to be a song from the movie A Star Is Born. I think it's called Dig in My Grave. Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga sing on it. And it is absolutely amazing. Cheers one real quick.
Let's cheers.
TNA. Boom. T for thirsty.
A for
awesome.
Also thirsty. What's your favorite place to eat together?
Box in the Snow.
Yes.
Yes, they have the best breakfast sandwich ever. It's got a slab of egg on it that's this thick, candied bacon, fresh arugula, hollandaise, and it's on a made-in-house bun. And it is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and is it the cinnamon
Oh,
rolls?
the cinnamon
too?
rolls. They
Yeah.
have these huge cinnamon rolls with thick, like just thick slabs of icing on top. And then there's also they do homemade Pop-Tarts, which are really good too. And they have these ones that's like a really thick biscuit that's got some sort of honey glaze over it, and inside there's this really dense layer of homemade raspberry preserves, and it is amazing.
Just losing our minds over Fox and the
Oh,
Snow.
wait, Fox and the Snow.
I know, I
So,
was thinking that.
this is actually a little button that she got me a pin that is the Fox and the Snow sandwich we're talking about. So,
Yeah.
there you have it.
What motivates y'all?
Y'all.
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 Motivates y'all.
Y'all motherfuckers. Y'all motherfuckers. What motivates anyone to do anything? I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
There's no motivation or drive. It's just, for me, it's an incessant need to progress in life. Just even getting better at guitar, or, you know, learning how to play a rhythm and sing at the same time that I've never done before. It's just about aspiring. It's not like, I feel like you just thrive or you don't.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really find motivation in anything. I guess my biggest source of motivation would be other musicians.
Yeah.
You know, just listening to music and getting in the vibe, but it's really just, it comes seamless when it does, you know, like you just get inspired. And deadlines motivate me a little bit.
Oh yeah, me too. I think because what's popularized certain famous people or things a lot of the time is negative and not the greatest. So that motivates me to popularize being
Positive.
good and using my platform, whether it's singing or making videos or just living and meeting people, to popularize the exact opposite of those things.
Which is what?
Love, kindness, positivity, selflessness, just goodness, just spreading goodness all around.
It's easy. It's so easy to hate. Another thing too is we always talk about what we put out, but we never talk about what we absorb and the way we absorb things. You know. So I guess a big motivator for me when I was coming up in music and trying to do, I used to play heavier rock music. When I was trying to do that, every time somebody told me I couldn't do something, that motivated me to do it more.
Yeah.
And really, more than that, anytime I told myself I couldn't do something, I was like, you can't do it now.
Yeah.
But eventually, through practice, through trial and tribulation, you'll get there. And that was, you know, my source when I was younger.
Yeah.
But now it's just progression. You know, progression motivates me. Yeah, simply put.
And I'd say when I was younger, Jason Mraz motivated me because he used his platform in the same way to spread love and all that. So it kind of makes me, now that I'm older and more developed as a musician, I want to be that to other people.
Yeah.
Just like Jason Mraz was to me.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
So,
I feel like it's in everybody's nature to want to be a role model. It's just a matter of how they choose to be a role model.
Yeah.
You know, you can either be someone who lives a vain material life and value things that aren't real, or you can be someone who values things that are.
Yeah.
You know? And yeah, you just gotta choose who you want to be. But that's, you know, motivation. It's fun. It's not easy to come by. But if you got some, send it our way.
Yeah. What are some future goals you have planned? I think by the time we come out with this, our EP is out. So that's a thing.
Our EP is out now.
Which means we're going to be starting to work on our album. Because we want to release that. And play shows.
Oh, yeah.
Find some shows to play. Yeah.
Find some shows.
Find some shows to play.
What she means to say is we're going to try to book some shows.
Yeah.
We would like to set up some sort of tour this year.
Yeah.
And inevitably it'll probably have to be crowdfunded because we are not rich. Like she said, it's super simple. We're putting out this EP, and by the time we release this video, it may be out already. So actually it probably will be out already. It's going to be on Spotify and iTunes. 4 of the tracks are older tracks. Actually, all 5 are old, but I'm only going to be singing on one of them. So there's a lot to look forward to in this next year because you're going to get 5 revamped tracks that I wrote all the music for, and she did all the vocals too, and I shared in some of the vocals. And then coming up later on this year, maybe in the summer, we are going to be releasing a full-length album, not 10 songs, not 8 songs, not, you know, we're going to release a full-length album, and we're going to pour our heart and souls into that one, you know. and we're well on the way there. We've already got what, like 6 or 7 songs. So yeah, there's a lot to look forward to in 2019. We're gonna be playing some shows. We're gonna need some support, and you know, we're gonna be looking to you guys for that, to come out and sing with us.
Would you guys ever go on tour if you had the chance to? And what city or state would you be most excited to visit?
That's hard. Obviously, we just talked about that. So yes, we want to go on tour. Yes, we want to be a touring band, but we have a few things to take care of before then. What would be your go-to city?
Well, I'd be excited to play where I'm from, just because I haven't been back there, and it would just be cool to play in Philly, Philadelphia.
Yeah, I would probably really like to play in Philly too.
Yeah.
As weird as that is, but I really want to play in Tennessee. Yeah, I've never been to Tennessee, and I've heard so many great things. I know a few people who live there, and I want to play in Tennessee.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Memphis?
Yeah, or any place that's really musically based. Like Philly is so soulful.
I want to play in a back home country venue in Tennessee. That's where I want to play.
New Orleans, like
all the
Atlanta, all the big
Atlanta.
Music places.
ATL.
Yeah, that would be cool. Which one would you give up, sushi or fries? This is actually a very difficult question for me personally.
I could easily give up fries.
I know.
I could not easily give up sweet potato fries.
That's true.
So, the question as it stands, fries. Gone. I'm good.
Those are my 2 favorite things to eat. That's why they asked the question. But even though fries is literally fries are literally.
No, babe, I think it's fries B.
Fries be literally my favorite thing to eat. Sushi, you could do so much with.
It's
you
true.
Can roll everything in there. You can roll fries in the sushi.
Fries or not and.
Okay, I'd give up fries.
This is what it's like to ask her a question.
No.
She can't answer.
No.
She's like, hey, babe, so what do you want to watch?
No.
That's what she says. No.
I'd give up fries.
Fries. There you go. We got there.
Are we excited about our upcoming EP?
No.
No, we hate this thing.
No. I didn't spend countless hours tracking these pre-pro tracks to going over to Jake's. I didn't do any of that because I was excited. Sarcasm aside, no, but we took a lot of time to do these, and we did it the right way. I did all the pre-production here at my home, but went to Mooney Recording Studios and recorded with my good buddy Jake to do the EP, so we could give you guys the best quality product. And also just so it could translate, because I feel like when I work with Jake, he's one of my best friends, and we just really gel together, and you know, for these tones of this song, or you know, this EP, it felt like it was the right thing to do. So that's what we ended up doing.
Yeah, you're comfortable with him, and he kind of gave his input too, which made it even cooler.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, he's a great producer. He's not just my friend, you know, and having his ear on the project made it what it is. So it's very, very, very exciting to do what we're doing, and being able to do it together is even more exciting. So yeah, we're excited, of course.
Our first project that we did together.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's mixing our
gotta
sounds together.
Gotta dip your toes in the ocean before you can start swimming, right?
Exactly. How long have we been together?
It doesn't really matter. Because then you have to like go back in time, think about when we like first started talking, and then there was never an official like, are we dating? You know, like we just knew.
So then we have 2 left. But what are you guys passionate about? The thing I'm most passionate about is love, then music, traveling, art.
Love and music, man. It's almost like the exact same answer that I have to give.
Oops.
I'm passionate about a lot of things. I'm passionate about the guitar. I've been playing guitar since I was 12 years old. I love to sing. I've always been drawn to opening my mouth and expressing myself. I love poetry. I've been a lyric writer since I was old enough to think for myself. And I like to exercise. I exercise regularly, take care of myself. I'm passionate about the food that I put into my body. I'm passionate about the thoughts that I have. I'm passionate about life. Those are the things, I guess, in a small pool of what we're passionate about. She's passionate about far more than those things, believe me.
I'm just a passionate person.
She is.
Passionate about the color red.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Yeah, which is a passionate
And you're cheating
color.
on it today wearing orange.
I know.
Rude.
I'm trying to start to like this
Look,
color.
one of us is fitting the mold.
I know.
Color.
With your teal on.
Uh-oh. It's Tracy time.
It's Tracy time. It's always Tracy time. Question from my mama, Tyler.
Yes.
When was the moment
Uh-huh.
that you realized that you were in love with Antonia?
You're saying that as if you're not her.
I mean, is that my name? Yes. It's me.
I know that I met someone that was a beautiful person inside and out. I know that I honestly envied somebody who was younger than me for the first time in my life. That really like struck me, to meet someone in person who is so unfailingly kind, and to be with someone who is incredibly selfless. It's truly an honor and a privilege more than anything. I think that just the process, you know, just you flew to Columbus, you took me on a date, like, you know, you did everything the right way, and that was the first time in my life that anyone had ever done anything like that for me. Anyone.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've never been in a situation with a significant other that I felt was 50-50, you know?
Yeah.
So this circumstance is very much so that, and you know, and sometimes maybe 60-40, maybe I'm a little dope sometimes, you know, who could say, but no, it's just the process of getting to know her. If you don't fall in love with her, you're either dumb. No, that's not true. That's not true. She didn't give me much of a choice, is really what I'm getting at. She came out swinging, and she still is, and I'm still 100% in love with him.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's never gonna change. You brat.
You brat?
Yeah, I don't want to be. Are you kidding me? I don't want to be crutched like this. Now I've got a new weakness. You're rude.
What can I say to pass?
Honestly, though, I have to say this before.
Yeah.
A big part of it, a huge part of it, and it's crazy because this is coming from your mom. This question came from Tracy. Hi, Tracy. But a big part of me falling for you, a big chunk of that was during the 3-week period of time that I spent in Vegas with her and her mom. Seeing them interact and seeing how these two beautiful souls intertwine it was just, honestly, it was the most heartwarming thing I've experienced in a really long time. And being able to be a part of that and a party to that was absolutely amazing. And yeah, I mean, I guess we could say it became official, you know, then.
Yeah.
When I was with you in Vegas, and it was the 29th of July.
Listen, I might have a date, but
Yeah, that's what I mean.
no. Yeah, there wasn't really a moment, but before we even met, you sent me a gift in the mail, and it was a Ninja, because I had told him that I didn't have one, and so he sent it to me.
A Ninja blender. I don't make a habit out of mailing small men in the mail to women.
That would have been cool though.
Yeah, it was a Ninja blender.
But it wasn't just that.
Yeah.
You put other things in it, and one of the things was a note, and I just thought that was so thoughtful, because I've always appreciated handwritten things, and like those are my favorite gifts.
Yeah.
And nobody does that anymore. Everybody's all about themselves, and they don't take the time to sit down with a pen and a paper and write something down. And you did, and you went out and you planned this surprise that I didn't even know about. Nobody does that anymore.
That was when you realized that there was something there.
Yeah, that's it.
But that was the point, you know, the whole point of me doing that. A little backstory on my end of what I did. I lucked into a great Black Friday sale last year, and I got a brand new blender, and I'm a smoothie guy, I love smoothies. Yeah, big schmoove. I ended up gifting this to her But it was kind of a weird way that it happened because I was just like, hey, you know, it was like a one-off. Like, do you know anybody? Like, I'm looking to get rid of this blender. Do you want it? You know, like, sure. Oh, I'd love it. That'd be awesome. You know, I half expected her to not take me seriously because at this point in time, we had never met.
Yeah.
It was weird because it just kind of fell into place. You know, I happened to have this perfectly functional, really nice blender, and I had the original box and everything, and then I decided that I'd kind of make it a fun, like, kind of gift type thing, you know, and surprise her a little bit. So I wrote her a little note, and it was with a teal Sharpie. It's my favorite color, and I got her like a few little tricks and trinkets. I took a handful of my favorite chips, Red Hot Blues.
That was so funny.
They're these organic blue corn tortilla chips. Blue corn tortilla. Blue corn tortilla. Organic blue, yeah, I know, right? Organic blue corn tortilla chips that have this like cayenne chili powder spice on the outside of them. They're so good. So I grabbed a handful of those, threw those in a little Tupperware container, put a little Post-it note on top of that said, "Don't eat these all at once." You know, it was just a bunch of little things. I got her like some stuff, like some facial stuff, you know, so she could put like a mask on her face, and just little beauty things. And I got her a journal so she could write her lyrics in. So I just, you know, I threw all these things in this box and sent them to her, and I didn't really expect anything to come of it. You know, and then the next thing I know, she's insisting on taking me on a date. So it actually worked out for the best that I decided to be a decent human being. And just a simple, kind gesture started all this.
It was really sweet and thoughtful, and I love you.
Thank you, baby. I love you. Thank you.
I think that's it.
That is it. Yeah.
That's all of our questions.
So I guess in closing, we are TNA, and this has been our Q&A.
Thank you all so much for asking us all these questions and for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, share it, like it, follow us everywhere. We're on everything, Twitter, Instagram, all the things, YouTube. And our music can be found on anywhere music is sold, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, iTunes, all the things. And as far as tour goes, we are going to be hoping to get some shows booked throughout this year. And one of the ways that we're going to actually be funding those shows is, and getting there and whatnot, is that we are going to be making custom songs for our fans. So if you have a love song of your own that you would write the music for you, we can write the melodies. And if you have a loved one that you would like to dedicate a song to, we would love to help you express that to them. So that's going to be a big part of the way that we're going to fund our tour, and it's going to be a big part of the way that we can kind of integrate into our fans' lives. So be on the lookout for that type of stuff, and you can actually contact us through our email with any of those types of questions. Yeah. And everything will be in the description, everything that I said and that he said. Check it out. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you. See you next time. Yeah. Bye. Tabas.